All right, so maybe I want this floor is a little funky, like it probably stops at the exterior walls here. And but it continues into the corridor and stuff, so it doesn't really need to stop at these wall edges. So I'm gonna pick this guy. Um, I'll do it down here, and let's just delete this one for now. I'm going to pick this guy and I'm going to edit the boundary here in 3D. And I'm just going to trim the outside, very outside edges into a rectangle. And then I'm just going to delete all of the interior, because doesn't want that, doesn't want that, doesn't want those, right? And then maybe this part I pull out a little bit and this part I pull out a little bit. So it's sort of expanding out beyond there. And then I hit check, right? And it puts that floor in as it shows it sort of continuing. And then I'll do the same thing as I did before, which is copy that floor to my clipboard and go to paste, align to selected levels, and then paste it to level 3 and click OK. And now the only problem is that I have this overlap. The walls are overlapping the floor because the floor goes to the level and goes down and the walls are going all the way up. So the way you can fix that is if you pick this floor that you pasted and hit edit boundary, it'll cause a calculation to happen that when you hit the big green check, it will ask and do an analysis of the walls that are overlapping and say, hey, do you want to attach those? And you say, yes, I do. And then it says, oops, these two walls don't intersect that floor and we can't attach them. So you just say, fine. You can just say detach targets, and then it will attach the ones underneath and the ones on the outside will not attach. And so I could actually pick these two walls and give them a top offset of 4 feet. So I can kind of pretend, that this is a continuing building and a base offset of -4 feet, right? So now I kind of have that guy, and maybe these walls, like if I come in and go to the align command, I can align with the face of that. The face, whoops, is it gonna do it? Should do it. Yeah, let's see if I can get this one to align over here. So I'm holding down the shift key in my middle mouse, but let's say this one, if I use the align command again, align to the face of that, the face of that. Oh, doesn't want to do it, but if I pull it, it will. So just pull it. So now I kind of have this version of it, right? And let's go see what it looks like on our 3D view here on our sheet. So if we go through the sheets, you're going to start to see things populate. So if I go to the title page, the sheets and that stuff are there. If I go to the plan, here's the plan, and you're going to see the floor and the walls start to populate. And then if I go to the shell 3D, there's the 3D shell with the exterior walls. This is your crop box, so you might have to adjust it based on how tall your walls are. If you double click in, you can adjust this guy and it will do that. You can also adjust which way it's looking. So for example, if I open up that view, so I'm just going to go to my sheets and double click on that view to open it up, I can kind of spin around it up here, right? So maybe if I want to look at it from that direction or from that direction, where you're getting sort of maybe a better view of the walls that you created, right? So maybe that's better. So if I close that and go back to my shell view, now that's the view that I'm looking at. So basically that's what I want you guys to do. And then if we look at the shell schedule, right, things are starting to populate. And don't worry if they're not quite right yet. Like we don't have a ceiling, but you can see that there's the floor white material is starting to read out. And as we adjust these and change them, they'll start to make more sense. So I kind of wanted you to see how these things fill out with generic stuff, and then we'll go back and adjust them with more specificity.